Hey everybody, welcome to Sweetcast. This is Clint, and I want to talk about how the mainstream comic book industry has been starting to make moves toward the new model, and in possibly not the way you think. Not just crowdfunding. There are mainstream companies like Boom that have, well, I mean, they're an indie company, but they've moved over and they've done some crowdfunding, particularly the Keanu Reeves book, which was gigantic. And that's one example, but I have a new example in The Last Ronin, which is, it's again not exactly what you think. So we're gonna get into that. First Fatal is on Indiegogo. Check it out, back it, help support us, help us get to that 90K stretch goal. And yeah, we're in production mode. I'm trying to decide on a colorist. We've got it narrowed down, and hopefully we'll have some good colors that another person on the team that can help match these beautiful colors. So back that. Downcast Rise and Fall is still available. These Volume 1s and Volume 2 unsigned sets are selling, so that's great. All right, so I open an incognito window. Here we go. Amazon. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, number 1 of 5. There will be 5 of these things. A few things I want to point out. First, its price is $8.99. Second, its page count is 46 pages long. So what you have here essentially is a price point moving up with a page count moving up as well. Now, this isn't quite the 48 page to 88 page for $25 mark, but what you have here is my understanding is a square bound. I'm going to go pick up my book today, but square bound, and 46 pages long. It has creators' names that people care about. They actually care about the creators. I heard that the story is really, really good too, so I'm excited to, again, I'm going to get it today and I will read it. Beyond that, this is an example of the price point changing. So in comics, it has been sort of a tradition that you sell a whole bunch of comics. Comics are a cheap form of entertainment. They're disposable. So you make your money in pure volume of sales, and they get tossed aside. Then they started getting collected, and prices started moving up on certain comic books. And the problem was all that money going to the secondary market on books that have gone up in prices, and not money going to the initial market, to the creators and the companies that are actually making the books in the first place. So from there, they started doing variant cover schemes to try and sell more books, and so that their sales numbers were higher, therefore they made more money. And now I think I've seen a few examples of this move toward, we're going to charge you more for one book. I know there are variant covers for this. I don't know how many variant covers, but we're going to charge you more. We're going to give you more pages, not a lot more. But we're going to give you more pages, so there's a little bit more story, and you're also going to be paying more money. I saw this same thing happen with Scott Snyder a couple years ago. The Witches, his what, I don't know what it was, Halloween edition or whatever of Witches. That was a much more expensive book, and it was saddle stitched. Still looked like a floppy. It was thicker though. And I've got to wonder, now that they have this one, they're starting to see evidence that people are willing to pay more for comics if those comics meet a certain set of criteria. And I think this is why crowdfunding also is working the way that it's working. There's more of a profit margin per book. And because there's more of a profit margin, it allows retailers or the creator themselves to sell the book and make a profit. You're not talking about pennies, you're talking about dollars, which is a huge difference. I don't exactly want to see the comic book industry completely move this direction where books are just more expensive and that solves the problem. That now everything's just more expensive. But there's got to be some kind of trade-off. Like you got to be getting something for that extra, and I'm not entirely sure what that is. But currently, what seems to work is having creators that people care about. I'm stoked that Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird were back together working on this book. I like the property anyway. I like Ninja Turtles. It sounds like an interesting concept. It's a novel idea for the Turtles. So this could be really fun. It promises to be fun. Um, but is it worth paying that much more? No doubt this will come out down the road with all 5 issues collected into some kind of graphic novel, and people will pay a regular market price for a graphic novel to get this full story. So why would you pay $8.99 just for this installment? I don't know, but I'm gonna do it. I don't know, but I'm going to do it. I've got some weirdo guy. I can't remember his name. Some weirdo on Twitter that I will often lose his mind and flip out about the fact that Downcast is going to be going through Alterna, and he calls it a grift because why would you pay $20 for a book of 88 pages long, an 88-page long book, when you could pay $2 to get a 20, let's see, it's going to be 26 pages, I think, for issue number 1. Why would you pay that? It's a different format, and I think as long as there's a format, as long as there is an avenue to sell it at a less expensive price point where you're getting more for your money, then everyone should be happy. That's the part that makes sense to me. If you're somebody that has collected floppies though, and you see this and you think this is going to be the end of floppies, or there'll be these bigger installments, perfect bound that I'm going to be paying $9 for, does that make sense? I don't know. But I've got to say, I'm being honest here, I haven't really been all that interested in new floppies. I'm more interested in collecting older floppies if I'm collecting them, or if I'm getting them something special on an Indiegogo campaign. But as far as going to the comic book shop, I don't know. I see the appeal in a graphic novel. I see the appeal in waiting until these 5 issues are out, and then you buy the whole thing for, I don't know, $20 maybe. You're getting a big book, presumably if these are all 48 pages long, 46 pages long. You're going to get a big book, and that's where you get your affordable, economical way to get the book. So I don't know. I'm kind of just exploring this a little bit. Obviously, I want to know what you think of the comments below, but I think that there's something to this, and I think that the rest of the industry sees it, and that is that you're offering something to the early adopters that are willing to pay more money because of the value added reasons, because they care about the creators, because the book is genuinely good. There's been more effort put into it, being cool and more of an event. And then at the same time, there's the understanding that down the road, they're going to publish it in a more affordable format for people that are looking to save their dollars. They want to get the story, but without breaking the bank. It's funny though, because this is sort of the opposite of my model, where I'm moving toward doing the whole trade first, which I think I can move it to actually affordable. It'll be a competitive price point for what the number of pages that you're getting, and then the more affordable floppies, versus this is the more expensive serialized version. I call it a floppy, but it has a spine, to a more affordable graphic novel down the road. Is it all that different? No, I don't think so. I think that they have realized that fans are willing to pay a little bit more money if they get this right checkbox is checked off. So I'm gonna go pick up The Last Ronin. It's my birthday today, by the way. I'm gonna go get The Last Ronin for my birthday, and I'm gonna read it. And I don't know, maybe I'll have more thoughts on it. I'll probably mention it in a live stream or something. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow night. So thank you. Appreciate you all for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to back Fatal and Downcast on Indiegogo. Help us get to that 90K mark. That's going to be huge when we hit 90K. Help us do it. That'll be fantastic. And I'll be honest, we want to hit 100,000, because that is something else. That's next level. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.